Hi, this is Anne Warfield with Impression Management Professionals. Today we want to look at what techniques can assist you in encouraging more involvement from employees at staff meetings. What can you do to bring them to be more involved? The biggest frustration that most people have with meetings is that the presenters seem to be sharing information but not explaining the context of the information. And as a leader, it's important that you share the context of the information. This means that you're not just there to read a memo or reiterate whatever that you heard, but instead you're there to think about why your audience should care about what you're sharing, what difference the information is going to make to them, and how they can use this information. So you want to encourage them to be more involved at your staff meetings. Here's some of the things that you can do. One, read the information ahead of time and prioritize it. Start with the most important information at the beginning of your meeting. Then state why the information is important to them. For example, instead of saying we're moving to a new lunch schedule, everyone needs to take lunch between 11:30 and 1, tell them why the change is taking place. You might say something like, due to the need to deliver higher customer service and to make sure we're available to clients during lunch hours, we will now be having everyone take lunch between 11:30 and 1. I realize that for some of you this means a change in the times that you do lunch, and we'll work with you to make sure this transition goes as smoothly as possible. Notice I didn't give an option on whether you would do this change or not, but just we would make it as smooth as possible. So before the meeting begins, tell them the key areas that you'll be covering. This will be a roadmap that will give clarity to the meeting. And if you've just stated something and you realize you've not clarified it for the group, follow up by saying, the reason this is important to you is. Have people at the staff meeting answer the question, why is this important to you? This will allow you to see who's really grasping the context of the message that you are sharing. Another thing is to have different people in your group lead certain sections of the meeting rather than having it all fall on your shoulders. And the last one is make sure your staff meetings involve common topics that are high involvement. For example, what successes have we had lately? Who did you catch doing something good? What time saver did you use recently? And what is getting in the way of our delivering better customer service? These are all questions that require not a yes or no answer, but a more robust discussion. Keep in mind that most staff do want to participate in meetings. The problem with 90% of the staff's meeting is that they're in a lecture format rather than an interactive format. Always ask yourself, what do they need to know this, and what information and format is best for them to remember this information? So think about, why do they need to know this, and what information and format is best for them to remember this information. Keep in mind that most staff do want to participate in meetings. The problem with 90% of the staff meetings is that they're in a lecture format rather than an interactive format. So here's your take action. Ask yourself, why do they need to know this? And what format is best for them to remember this information at the moment of need? May you go forth and have a great outcome-focused day filled with fabulous results.